Far away, in the vast expanse of the South Pacific Ocean, lies a land shaped by fire, ice, and endless skies. A place where ancient forests whisper stories of centuries past, and mountains reach toward the heavens with quiet dignity. This is New Zealand, a country where nature remains wild and unyielding, yet intimately close. A land of contrasts, where every corner reveals a new world to explore. Join me now as we journey through New Zealand in just 10 minutes. Nestled some 1,500 kilometers southeast of Australia, New Zealand stretches across two main islands, known simply as the North and South Islands, accompanied by numerous smaller islets that pepper the surrounding seas. Together, these lands span roughly 268,000 square kilometers, a size comparable to the United Kingdom, yet home to a population of just over 5 million souls, making it one of the most sparsely populated countries on Earth. The capital city, Wellington, is perched on the southern tip of the North Island, wrapped around a deep natural harbour and often referred to as the Windy City due to its persistent breezes. Meanwhile, Auckland, the country's largest urban centre, spreads across a volcanic isthmus, earning the nickname City of Sails for its vibrant maritime culture and hundreds of boats that dance across its waterways. The climate is notably temperate, with coastal areas bathed in mild summers and cool winters, while the mountainous interiors often receive heavy snowfalls that shape the land's dramatic appearance. The diversity of New Zealand's climate zones supports a range of ecosystems, from subtropical forests in the north to alpine tundra in the south, each holding its own secrets and beauty. And then, of course, there's the unique symbol of the nation, the kiwi, a flightless, nocturnal bird that has become an affectionate nickname for the people themselves. The story of New Zealand begins over 7 centuries ago, when skilled Polynesian navigators crossed vast oceans in slender, ocean-going canoes. These explorers would come to call this land Aotearoa, the land of the long white cloud, a name whispered through generations and woven into every aspect of Maori culture. The Maori people developed a rich society marked by intricate carvings, powerful oral histories, and deep spiritual connections to the land and sea. Their marae, traditional meeting grounds, continue to serve as centers of cultural life, where stories are shared, songs sung, and customs passed on. European contact began in the 17th century, first with Dutch explorers who named the land New Zealand after the Dutch province of Zeeland. Later, British explorer Captain James Cook charted the islands in the 18th century, opening the door to increased settlement and colonization. In 1840, the Treaty of Waitangi was signed between Maori chiefs and the British Crown, intended as an agreement to protect Maori rights while establishing British governance. However, the treaty's promises were often broken, leading to land disputes and cultural upheaval, struggles that remain central to New Zealand's identity today. Modern New Zealand is a tapestry of cultures where Maori traditions coexist with European heritage and growing Pacific Island and Asian communities. The revival of Te Reo Māori, the Maori language, in schools and public life reflects a national commitment to honoring the past while embracing a shared future. At its core, New Zealand culture is defined by values of manaakitanga, hospitality and kindness, and a profound respect for the environment that sustains them. Few places on Earth offer such an extraordinary blend of landscapes as New Zealand. From the towering peaks of the Southern Alps, capped in snow and reflected in crystal-clear lakes, to the steaming geothermal fields of Rotorua in the north, the scenery is breathtaking in its variety and intensity. The South Island's Fiordland National Park, part of the UNESCO World Heritage List, is a realm of fjords carved by ancient glaciers, where sheer cliffs rise dramatically from still, dark waters and waterfalls cascade into misty valleys. In contrast, the North Island pulses with volcanic energy. Here, active volcanoes like Mount Ruapihu and Mount Tongariro dominate the horizon, their rugged slopes etched by lava flows and craters filled with turquoise lakes. The Tongariro Alpine Crossing offers one of the most dramatic hikes in the world, traversing this volcanic landscape with surreal views that seem otherworldly. Forests cloak the hillsides, home to rare birds like the chua and the elusive kiwi, while miles of coastline alternate between golden beaches and black volcanic sands. Every region reveals a different chapter in New Zealand's story, written in stone, water, and sky. Beyond its natural beauty, let's discover how New Zealand's natural wonders are matched by its array of attractions that draw travelers from around the world. In the South Island, Queenstown stands as a playground for adrenaline seekers, where bungee jumping, skydiving, and whitewater rafting are part of the local rhythm, all set against a backdrop of deep blue lakes and jagged mountains. Nearby, the ethereal Milford Sound invites visitors into a fjord of myths and legends, often shrouded in mist. Its towering cliffs and cascading waterfalls create a world that feels untouched by time. On the North Island, the cinematic village of Hobbiton brings Tolkien's fantasy to life, with quaint hobbit holes nestled in rolling green hills, offering a whimsical glimpse into a beloved story. The Bay of Islands, with its warm waters and abundant marine life, offers a more relaxed pace, where dolphin watching and sailing adventures connect you to the ocean's quiet power. Don't miss Lake Tekapo, famous for its luminous turquoise waters, and the tiny Church of the Good Shepherd, framed by vast night skies renowned for their clarity and brilliance. Finally, Waiheke Island, just a short ferry ride from Auckland, offers vineyards, art galleries, and pristine beaches, a peaceful retreat blending nature and culture. The flavors of New Zealand are deeply tied to its land and sea. A typical New Zealand meal celebrates freshness and simplicity. In bakeries across the country, meat pies, flaky, savory pastries filled with minced meat and gravy provide a hearty snack or lunch. The ocean's bounty is never far, with crayfish, green-lipped mussels, and whitebait featured on many menus. Traditional Maori cooking methods, like the hangi, slow-cook food underground using heated stones, producing tender, smoky meats and vegetables that carry the flavor of the earth itself. Sweet lovers will find joy in pavlova, a meringue dessert named after the famous Russian ballerina, topped with whipped cream and fresh fruit. Coffee culture thrives here, with flat whites being a signature drink. Smooth espresso combined with creamy steamed milk, enjoyed in cozy cafes that dot the cities. And for wine enthusiasts, New Zealand's Marlborough region produces world-class Sauvignon Blanc, crisp and vibrant, reflecting the cool climate and fertile soil. New Zealand's economy remains closely linked to its natural resources, with agriculture continuing as a foundation. Dairy farming, sheep rearing, fruit growing, and viticulture are key sectors that support exports and domestic life. Tourism, too, is vital, with millions of visitors drawn each year by the country's natural beauty and outdoor opportunities. But beyond the pastoral image, cities like Wellington and Auckland are vibrant centers for technology, film production, and innovation, home to startups, creative industries, and world-renowned filmmakers. The pace of life here is unhurried and balanced. People value time outdoors, family, and a connection to the land that sustains them. Social policies emphasize fairness and community well-being, making New Zealand one of the world's most livable places. Some of New Zealand's charm lies in its quirks and surprises. Take, for instance, the small hill known as Taumatauhakatang Hangakoa Wawotamateap, or Kaiwinwa Kitanatahu, holding the Guinness World Record for the longest place name in the world. New Zealand has no native snakes and very few dangerous creatures, making its wilderness inviting rather than intimidating. On Stewart Island, you might glimpse a wild kiwi bird at night, a rare and unforgettable experience for visitors and locals alike. The town of Oamaru hosts an annual steampunk festival, celebrating Victorian-inspired science fiction and creativity, a unique cultural event set amidst beautiful historic architecture. Central Otago, meanwhile, boasts the world's southernmost vineyards, producing elegant Pinot Noir wines that echo the rugged beauty of the region. Even the country's roads tell stories, winding from lush farmland into rugged mountain passes, and sometimes, as if by magic, into landscapes that seem pulled straight from a fantasy novel. New Zealand is a land of contrasts and harmony, where nature's grandeur meets human warmth and ancient traditions mingle with modern life. Whether you come for adventure, culture, or quiet reflection, it is a place that lingers in memory long after the journey ends. Thank you for joining this exploration. For more journeys into the world's most fascinating countries, please subscribe and stay curious. See you next time, right here on Tripspiration.